We're going to give you more now on that breaking news out of London. As we've been reporting, police there have freed 3 women from a home, also arrested 2 others, a man and a woman. At least one of the women may have been held against their will for 30 years. Atika Schubert joining us now from CNN London. An extraordinary tale. What have you been able to learn?
Well, we've only just starting to get the details in now, so I'm just going to run you through what we do know is that police arrested a 67-year-old man and a 67-year-old woman at their home in South London as part of an investigation into slavery and domestic servitude. Now, they freed, apparently, a 69-year-old Malaysian woman, a 57-year-old Irish woman, and a 30-year-old British woman. And now the way this all came about, apparently, according to Freedom Charity, which is a group that actually helps those enforced marriages, they say they got a call in October from a woman who said that she'd been held against her will in this house for 30 years. And this was according to Anita Prem with that charity. She spoke to Sky News, and in that, she said it was the 57-year-old Irish woman that called, which means that this woman would have been held there at the age of 27 and then kept there for 30 years, which is just staggering. Now, we don't have any details on the condition of these women except that they are in a safe place. We also know that they were kept, they had their own rooms in the house, according to Freedom Charity, but they were coerced to stay inside. Now, we don't know exactly what that means, how they were threatened, or if there were any physical threats as well. This is all still developing, but it is pretty incredible that these women were apparently held for decades inside this house. We are hoping to talk to the British Metropolitan Police to get you more details, and as soon as we have that, we'll come back to you, Michael.
Yeah, and what's extraordinary too is the age of those arrested, both 67, and this happening in South London. We're talking about an area of a major capital city.
Yeah, and I mean, what's shocking about this, of course, is the fact that 3 women being held for decades inside a house. You know, this is an area, as you say, there's millions of people here. How did nobody know? But as Freedom Charity has pointed out, in a city like London, a lot of things going on. You don't necessarily know what's happening inside your neighbor's home. And so a lot of questions are being asked about this. And as you point out, the age of these women, 69, 57, 30 years old. Now, we don't know how long each of them have been held, but with the 57-year-old woman calling for help to Freedom Charity, saying she'd been there for 3 decades, is pretty astonishing. And what this is, they say, is essentially domestic slavery. That's what Freedom Charity is calling this. They're saying this is about the fact that they were kept there to do housework, other items, other services there. There's no suggestion at this point of sexual abuse or physical violence, but Freedom Charity says that may come out later. They're still talking to these women to find out the exact details of what happened inside the house.
So what happens now, Atika? One assumes the house is going to be thoroughly searched. Interviews will carry on, and they'll be holding these 2 people, the 2 67-year-olds?
Yeah, well, charges have not been filed yet, but that is likely to happen soon. They're obviously questioning the 67-year-old couple, and they're also obviously going to be talking to these 3 women to find out more. But this is a very sensitive process. They've clearly led very traumatized lives, and so trying to figure out exactly what happened is going to take a lot of time, and it's going to take a lot of experts, frankly, to get the story out of these women. So I think it'll take some time before the full details come out, but we are hoping the police will be able to give us a few more ideas about what was happening inside this house for so many years.
Yeah, what a story. We'll let you get back to doing the reporting as we continue to follow this. Atika, thanks so much. Atika Schubert there in London.